yellow truck. I didn't hear a countdown. Nope. But are we all right?
Sandy, can you hear me pretty good? Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Did we make it all right? Okay. All right.
Harold Letterman, New York. Rodolfo Hill of Panama.
Good cup, man.
Okay.
Referee Stanley Christodoulou, South Africa. Your timekeeper, Roosevelt Gilbert. Counting for the knockdowns, Larry Hazard. Doctors in attendance, Chief Physician Dr. Herbert Cassidy, Dr. Raymond Grant, and Medical Assistant Donald Chase. 15 rounds for the WBA World Featherweight Championship. Introducing first in the red corner, the challenger, formerly of Tacoma, Washington, now living in Paris, New Jersey. He has a record of 16 wins, no losses, 14 knockouts. He is wearing blue trunks trimmed in gold. The United States Boxing Association Featherweight Champion, Rocky Lockridge. His opponent from Panama with a record of 28 wins, 3 losses, 17 knockouts. He's wearing orange trunks. He weighs 125 and 3/4 pounds. The world featherweight champion, Eusebio Pedroza. Once again,
the champion, Eusebio Pedroza, has just been introduced, and we're about ready to get underway. And as we look at the tail of the tape, the significant number is in the height. A very tall featherweight, 5'9" champion Pedroza, and it gives him an 1.5" reach advantage as well against Lockridge, and whether that is a factor will be determined very shortly, as Pedroza has a last-second prayer, and we are underway in round number 1. The referee is Stanley Christodoulou from Johannesburg, South Africa. The judges are Rodolfo Hill from Panama, Harold Letterman from Orangeburg, New Jersey. The 10-point must system in effect under the WBA rules. 9 points or less to the loser of a round. There can be a 10-10 even round.
Tim, you mentioned about Pedroza has a reach advantage. If Lockridge can get inside, that could prove to be a disadvantage. Those short arms work real well inside. That's what Lockridge is going to have to do. Get inside and work Pedroza over to the body and head.
Pedroza in his workouts, despite, as we indicated, the ones we saw last Monday and Tuesday this week were lackluster, he still showed excellent footwork, and you'll be seeing that. And of course, that's tied in with this blather about Kung Fu the box, which I can't take too seriously. How about you, Bill?
No, neither can I.
I want to alert our stations, and we'll have a station break at the end of this first round. The champion in red, the challenger, Rocky Lockridge, in blue and gold.
They were really worried about Pedroza's weight, Tim. I mean, he worked in heavy sweat clothes. As of 5:30 this morning, he still hadn't made the weight. He had to work this morning. That could have a big effect on this fight, especially in the later rounds.
He did get down to 125 3/4, a quarter of a pound under the 126 limit. Lockridge 124.5. 16-0, unbeaten Rocky Lockridge with 14 KOs. This is the 10th title defense for Pedroza. He is 28-3-0 with 17 knockouts, according to Ring Magazine. Now, this 10th title defense moves him one ahead of Larry Holmes. And of the active fighters, Wilfredo Gomez, 13 title defenses. Roberto Duran has a lightweight, 12 title defenses. So Pedroza has been a busy champion in some excellent company.
You mentioned that Pedroza's workouts were lackluster. He doesn't look too good in there right now, Tim. He seems very, very tight. I've seen him flinch a couple of times. I just wonder if fighting in the United States for the first time may have him tightened up.
It's his first fight against an American boxer. He was here once before, I think, Bill, against Ruben Olivares in Houston. He's been on foreign soil for a number of his defenses. But this is just the second time here in the U.S. He beat Enrique Solis in San Juan and Royal Kobayashi in Tokyo. And he also fought in Guyana and in Seoul, his last defense. against Sao Wang Kim. Lockridge, pressure tactics, banging to the body. We'll be back with more boxing action after this word from your local station. No fun? Yep. Yep, okay. I don't know, it's here. Why? You want it? Yeah, you can have it here. No, go ahead. I'm probably not going to use it again. I had it for the opening. The clip's over there somewhere. Here it is. Here it is. Right here. In my pocket, though. We're in round number 2, and the fans here at ringside saw that first round as we did. Rocky Lockridge, the challenger. The judges are the only people who count, but it's fun for the fans to get into the action, those that are equipped with the electronic devices described to you by Dick Stockton. Round number 2 scheduled for 15. The WBA Featherweight Championship. 21-year-old Rocky Lockridge in blue. The champion, Pedroza, 27 years of age, from Panama City in red. Tim Ryan with Gil Fancy here at ringside, and the referee Stanley Cristodulo, a veteran of championship fights. And Lockridge doing a number on the champion against the ropes.
That's Lockridge's game plan, to stay inside. He's going to get the best of it. The other fellow stands too tall inside.
Pedroza, you can see, bending down, trying to stay on an even keel, make it tougher for the challenger to get to the body. But he's got to move out of there.
Those ropes are a little loose, too, Tim. He can get pushed and go right through the ropes. Well, with all of Pedroza's experience, he's a good boxer. As we said, he's a master boxer. I don't know why he's fighting Lockridge's fight. He's staying right in there. He's not looking to move out. There he stood up tall again. That's when you get nailed inside, when you stand up straight.
Pedroza is trained by Henry Douglas and Santiago Del Rio. Of course, the famed Georgie Benton is the trainer of Rocky Lockridge, and he's done a fine job with this young man. His manager is Lou Duba.
Well, the last time we saw Lockridge, he looked very, very good. And Lou Duva, his manager, said, wait till you see him now after George has been working with him for a couple of months. And he sure looks good right now, Tim.
Under a minute to go in round number 2. 15-round title fight.
I'm surprised at Pedroza, just laying right on those ropes. Taking the punishment the way he just took them. He has the experience, and he has the ability to move.
He's out where he normally likes to be. As we mentioned, he's very good on his feet. He moves well laterally. Less than 30 seconds to go. What his strategy was during his first 2 rounds, the reason for it probably develop as the fight goes on, but Lockridge has been making hay. Final seconds of his second round. There's that bolo punch. He's well known for that. Yeah, I'm sorry, Eddie. I forgot it. I'll do it. I'll make a note. Get it in early. Tim Ryan with Gil Clancy. Here's some action from round number 2 with the challenger Lockridge in blue putting pressure on Pedroza, who chose to stand against the ropes. And Lockridge piled up the points. So we're in round 3 now, and the fans here at ringside saw that round for Lockridge heavily again. The champion's 10th title defense. His mother and father are here from Panama, along with his wife Rosa and his 3-year-old daughter Juleska. And as Dick told you, he has a brand new baby at home. He hasn't seen that one yet. Yamahara, just 3 weeks of age.
Tim, Muhammad Ali mentioned that he was dehydrated in his fight the other night, never broke a sweat. That's the way Pedroza looks right now. He doesn't have a drop of sweat on him, Tim, and we know that he had a tough time making the weight. He may not have anything in him.
Could well be. Well, he had strange workouts that I saw Monday and Tuesday. He didn't loosen up at all. He didn't break a sweat. He'd get into the ring, and he just didn't work very hard in his sparring. Maybe a few minutes of a round here and there, a few seconds of a round here and there, but it was a strange kind of preparation for a title defense that we saw. Now, we don't know that he's been doing that through his entire training period, but at least earlier this week, the kind of critical days for a championship fight, he simply did not look good in the gym. It was right here at the Playboy Resort. We've got more championship action coming up October 25th. The other heavyweight championship, Mike Weaver, the champion, against the challenger, Harry Kutsia. We'll see it here on CBS October 25th. That's a Saturday. Third round action of this 15-round title fight. I got a feeling the Weaver-Kutsia fight will be a little better action than was displayed in Las Vegas Thursday night. The unfortunate demise of Muhammad Ali and the impressive chance to get the monkey off his back by the champion Larry Holmes, who fought exactly the fight he needed to beat Ali. Less than a minute to go.
Hey, that big right hand just missed him. Looked good to the crowd, but it just missed. I don't like the way Pedroza's throwing his punches. Even that bolo punch, they're just arm punches. They like now to have no snap or no power.
And there's Rocky's wife looking on, Carolyn. They've been married 10 months now. Still in the newlywed category. A lot of New Jersey fans in attendance, as you might expect. He is the U.S. and New Jersey featherweight champion, Rocky Lockridge.
Now, Rocky used to be fairly easy to hit. He used to walk right in and take punches in order to give them, but Georgie's done a good job on his defense. He's slipping punches and he's blocking punches very well.
Final seconds of the third round, with the challenger, in our view, taking the early lead against the champion Pedroza. Guy has no intensity at all. You know, he looks very distracted. They talk to him. Look at, he looks around.
No snap in his punches.
Yeah, she's here. I'll see if I can spot her for you. She's tall, dark-haired, as you might expect. Pretty lady, little large, little. I'm looking for her. I don't see her yet. Akbar, do you know where Rosa Pedroza is sitting? The champion's wife. Yeah, she's here. The bell for round number 4, and again the fans at ringside giving that third round to Lockridge. Fourth round, WBA featherweight championship. Lockridge in blue, the champion Pedroza in red.
Pedroza looks a little more alive this round, Tim. He's got a little more snap in that jab. He seems a little more alive. He seemed to have his mind someplace else in those first 3 rounds.
One of 3 world champions from Panama, Roberto Duran, and junior flyweight Hilario Zapata is in attendance. Here is the other. The big hero in Panama. Duran, of course, gets most of the world attention, but at home, Pedroza is equally popular.
Yeah, he's snapping it, putting some snap in his punches now, Tim. He's doing a beautiful left hook to the body.
And he took a good left hook from Lockridge. Lockridge did not train here at the Playboy Resort. He was training in Patterson, so Pedroza had no chance to watch him or get reports from his workouts, but presumably he's seen him on tape or film. I'm just speculating whether through those first 3 rounds he just wanted to get a look at his opponent.
Yeah, but Tim, you just can't give away 3 rounds in a world championship fight. In order to win the fight, if you give away the first 3, you've got to win 8 out of the next 12.
Well, his record is that he's been a slow starter and come on in the middle rounds, often stopping fighters rounds 8 through 10, 11. This fight, of course, is a brand new one. Champion in red, the challenger in blue with gold trim. Less than a minute to go, round number 4. Tim Ryan with Bill Clancy and Dick Stockton here at Playboy, New Jersey. 21-year-old Rocky Lockridge trying to lift the title in a tennis court here at the resort.
Lockridge is putting plenty of pressure on the tank, keeping him right in front of him, keeping him within punching range.
Pedroza has not backed him up once, even though he's been more aggressive in this 4th round. Heavy right to the body of the champion.
I'm impressed with Lockridge's defense. For a fighter that used to get hit as often as he did, he's very hard to hit now.
Remember, he's had only 16 professional fights, but he had a long and distinguished amateur career. 250 amateur fights. Final seconds. Okay. Yeah, down somewhere. We're going to the mystery place for the title fight.
Yeah.
Looking back at some 4th round action, Gil.
Well, here's Lockridge stalking the same way he did for the entire fight, moving his head up and down. There was a good left hook to the body by Pedroza. But here's Lockridge right on top all the time. He's ambitious and he's young. Good left hook by Lockridge.
21-year-old Rocky Lockridge from Tacoma. And again, the fans gave that round to Lockridge. So did we on our unofficial cards. This is round number 5. We're in the tennis pavilion at this Playboy Resort. The other day during Pedroza's training period, there were games being played on the courts adjacent to the ring. Champion working a little bit harder in round number 5 here, but Lockridge won't let up. Connects with the left hook.
Remember we mentioned earlier that height could be a disadvantage. When they get inside and Pedroza stands straight up, he's in danger of really getting flat. A couple of times Lockridge has just missed. Inside, he stands up to what I call admire his work. And when he does that, just like happened just then, he can get nailed.
5 foot 9 inch. Pedroza, the champion. Exchange and a good left hand from the champion.
Pedroza's punches are clean, but they're arm punches up to this point. There he is punching with his arm again.
Heavily partisan Lockridge crowd here.
Low blow by Pedroza.
Jersey, and there's the warning from Christopher for the low blow.
That was really south of the border.
Stanley Christopher, Johannesburg, the referee. Lockridge even landing the jab coming forward.
the key to fighting a fighter like Lockridge, the way to beat him, you have to back him up. If we see Lockridge start to back up, then we know he's in trouble. As long as he's coming forward, setting his own pace, he's formidable.
A minute to go in the 5th round. Pedroza, the champion, sinking into the body a little better, but Lockridge nailed him with a good right hand.
There he was, standing straight up. That's why he got nailed.
That brought this crowd alive. Just missed with that right hand lead, raising the chin of Pedroza.
There's Tim, here he is on the ropes again. Watch, all of a sudden he'll stand straight up. You can close your eyes and hit him when he does that. There he goes, standing up again.
Lockridge, good left hook. That wobbled him, and an uppercut. He's got him in trouble. Pedroza sat on the ropes after that uppercut. Yeah, I couldn't stick it in there, you know. Yeah, all right. Looking back into action from round number 5, another big round for Lockridge, and he really had the champion in trouble here.
Yes, he did. This is his game plan. When he's got that other fella on the ropes, and he can hit him with those body and head shots, he can get him out of there.
Now Pedroza, as soon as the round ended, jumped up and down to indicate that he was all right. But the crowd nonetheless gave the round again to Lockridge. As we did, we've got him pitching a shutout through 5. Remember, more championship action on the CBS Sports Spectacular. October 25th, the WBA Heavyweight Championship. Mike Weaver from Marina Del Rey, California, against Terry Coetzee of South Africa, the challenger. October 25th, Saturday afternoon on the Sports Spec. We'll be there to bring it to you. This is Rocky Lockridge in blue and Pedroza, the champion, in red. And he might have been rocked, but he did show that he had not been visibly hurt by that round-ending flurry from Lockridge.
Well, if Lockridge gets him back on the ropes again, he's going to hurt him sometime during this fight. He's going to really nail him.
Lockridge with 14 knockouts in 16 fights. He's not been in there against a lot of really difficult fighters, young Rocky. And of course, as you're starting out the career, no reason to be, but he's unbeaten through 16 fights. His best wins over Fel Clemente, who he stopped in 7 rounds, and tough Gerald Hayes, a 12-round decision.
Tim, in his amateur career, he was always one of the best amateurs in the country. He fought real good fighters in the amateurs.
Got a tremendous record, and of course, as Dick told you, he was an AAU and Golden Gloves champion. We're in round number 6, and the champion spun Lockridge into the ropes. The crowd didn't like that as he wound up in the corner, and he gets a word from the referee, Chris DeVilla. A sign of frustration, perhaps.
Pedroza, even Pedroza's jab is not effective. He's just flicking it out. He's not snapping it. He's not putting anything in it at all.
Under a minute to go here in round number 6.
There's that frustration you were talking about, Tim. He looked like an amateur then.
Lockridge, that kind of pressure, which is constant, if he's in shape to go the 15 like that, he's going to frustrate anybody because he just never rests on you. You don't get a chance to see him other than leather coming at you.
But the good part about the pressure is he's not just giving you his head. He's giving you pressure, but he's also fighting very well defensively. He slips the punches. Makes you punch at him and slips them. You don't hit him too easily.
We're in the tennis pavilion on court number 2 here at the Playboy Resort. Mentioning what Pedroza was working out the other day, a couple of tennis balls came into the ring. His sparring partner, Jorge Alvarado, had to kick them out. They just kept on boxing. final seconds of the 6th round. Okay, do you want the other copy on the doubleheader, or is that necessary? Okay.
Right that Vaseline.
Down the line, you hit it in the head. There's a little too much on it. But it's not that too hard yet.
Well, you see the fans gave that one to Lockridge as well by a slightly smaller margin, and that's the way they have it as well at this point through 6 rounds. Of course, the only votes that count come from the officials, and they are the referee, Stanley Christodoulou, and the judges, Harold Letterman from New Jersey, and the Panamanian Rodolfo Hill. And by the way, let's welcome back Phyllis George of the NFL Today tomorrow. You'll be seeing Phyllis joining Brent and Irv and Jimmy the Greek and Jack. The NFL Today, and a great day of football tomorrow afternoon on CBS. Phyllis was out in Las Vegas for the title fight, and she'll have a report on that on tomorrow's show. Lockridge, the challenger in blue, still coming forward, still pressing, look very, very relaxed and certainly impressive thus far, Gil.
He's fighting like he's the champion, Tim. He has complete confidence in himself. I just can't see how Pedroza can get back in this fight. He's already lost 6 rounds. He'd have to almost win every round from now on to win the fight. And he's not throwing punches with the kind of conviction that can knock a fighter out. Not at this particular stage, anyhow.
I agree. He has 17 knockouts in 28 fights. But I don't think universally he's considered a great knockout fighter. We'd like to alert our stations that we'll have a station break at the end of this round. We're in round number 7. Warning for a low blow to the champion from the referee, Christodoulou. Crowd here at the tennis pavilion brought in pennants that the Lockridge people were handing out for free. Rocky Lockridge pennants. Been waving them and getting into the spirit of this. A chance to see a world champion arrive in the state of New Jersey. Got a long way to go yet. Red Smith wrote last week in the New York Times that every 120 years they have a featherweight championship in New Jersey. The last one was in 1860. Nobby Clark went 34 rounds to beat Jimmy Elliott. You remember that one well, don't you, Gil?
Oh, I sure do. Great fight.
I thought Elliott had him in the 33rd myself.
Yeah, Tim, you're right. Remember the time?
Good right hand from Lockridge. Lockridge champion again.
All of Pedroza's punches are arm punches. He doesn't get his weight behind his punch. That's why I can't see him knocking Lockridge out unless he changes. And if he doesn't knock him out, I don't see how he can win anymore.
This is the 7th round. We'll be back with more boxing action after this word from your local station. Give me that first and then give me that, okay? I went on the card. All right. We read that kind of early, didn't we, guys? Well, I got the card in the queue. I went with it. He still doesn't look plugged in. You know, he's looking around here.
I know. That's why I was going to mention that when we get back on the air. But the corner, too. Nobody's jumping up and down. Let me make that observation when we get back. Just tell them what I would do if I was in this.
I'll go quickly to this and then to you.
Okay.
We're in the 8th round, and again, the fans at ringside, equipped with the electronic poll, have given yet another round to Lockridge, and they have given her 7 so far, all 7 to him.
No, Tim, it's very strange. You can see Pedroza's championship slipping away. He just doesn't seem interested, and the guys in his corner, they seem very, very calm. They must, I don't know whether they think he's winning or what miracle is going to happen. I know if I was working in his corner, I'd be jumping up and down or slapping him or trying to do something to wake him up.
Well, again, even in the workouts, they didn't talk to him at all. He just went and did what he wanted to do, which wasn't very much, as I've indicated a couple of times. The trainer of record is Henry Douglas, and I didn't see him, move his lips in 2 days.
Well, yeah, I'm looking at the cornermen right now, Tim. They're there very calmly. They're not moving their head or shoulders. I know when I used to have a guy fight, I'd be fighting right along with him. I'd be slipping punches and moving it. They seem to be like they're looking at a movie or something.
Well, I wonder if they are just thinking back to previous defenses. In his last 6 defenses, he's had knockouts between the 8th and 12th round. He went the distance once against Spider DeMoto, but
he almost had the knockout then between the 8th and 12th, but he was the guy that almost was knocked out. Got hit some right hand right on the button.
Lockridge in command of this fight as we see it. He's in blue, the champion in red. Remember the heavyweight championship, WBA, Mike Weaver and Harry Kutsia here on the Sports Spec, Saturday, October 25th. We'll be there to bring it to you.
Another low blow by Pedroza. The referee warned him again. Yeah, he really sends him in there real low when he does.
Under a minute to go, and he gets another warning.
There was that bolo punch. Again, it's just an arm punch. It's very showy. And outside, that doesn't mean a thing. For a kid with 16 fights, Lockridge is doing a terrific job. Tim, he hasn't taken a deep breath, and this is an eighth round of a world title fight. It looks very, very fresh and relaxed.
He fought last a couple of months ago and just landed another good right hand. Win over Lidio Nolasco August 21st, his last outing, and he certainly stayed in shape from that point forward for this one. Final seconds of the 8th round.
What is he doing? Like he's completing the watch. Watch. Nobody goes like this, so wake up. Look. I'd be shaking and... Yeah. But look at the guys in the corner. Nobody's going, for Christ's sake, fight.
No, in the white shirt.
Yeah, the guy in the center's got to...
Right now, I'd like to welcome KFSM Channel 5 in Fort Smith, Arkansas, to the Sports Spectacular family. Hope you're enjoying this featherweight title fight. A very real prospect that there will be yet another American world champion before the day is out, the way things are going now. There's the poll, and a little closer that time. Indeed, we gave it to Pedroza slightly. The crowd gave it close to Lockridge, and they have him with a shutout through 8.
Well, you have to remember, we have Lockridge's family here. They're not going to vote for Pedroza in any round. I'd say it's a stuffed ballot box.
And it's an extended family because there are many, many fans of the youngster from New Jersey watching here at Great Gorge. He's from Patterson, formerly from Tacoma, Washington. Pedroza, a little more fired last round in this one. Surely with all his experience, he knows he's behind. and that he's got to make something happen here.
That's what puzzles me, Tim. He's not fighting like he's behind, and they're not talking to him in the corner like he's behind. In Lockridge's corner, they told him to get off first, Tim. You know what that means? As soon as you're within punching range, you punch before the other guy does. Again, we still haven't seen Lockridge back up.
Not once. Has not taken a step back. He looks very relaxed, very fit, very poised. Both these fighters have said that if they win, they would like to unify this title against Salvador Sanchez. That's a tall order for either one. The crowd coming alive with a chant of Rocky, Rocky, Rocky.
This has been one of Pedroza's best rounds, Tim. He's landing a lot of good short body punches. Rocky's a little tired. He's in good shape, though. He'll get that second win. But right now, he's a little tired.
Now, the most he's been is 12 rounds. We're in the 9th here.
All of a sudden, we hear the chant, Pedroza, Pedroza. Where did these people come from, Tim?
Well, there were some Panamanians up here the other day, and there is a fair population around this metropolitan New York area, so he's got some fans here, too. This is the best exchange
This
of the
is
fight.
it right now. The title's on the line.
30 seconds to go in round 9, and the champion finally getting something going. Lockridge is yet to back up.
Little tired, Rocky.
Final seconds of the 9th round. Oh, good right hand from Lockridge. Well, here's Lockridge coming back to the corner. And Rocky Lockridge. All right, what's the matter? See if we can see that big punch.
Well, they're showing you Pedroza with those short punches inside, Tim. This was the most damage he did in the fight. There it is again. All those little short punches. That was a good left jab by Pedroza. This was his best round of the fight.
All right, now we should be able to see on this sequence here from the final seconds that straight right hand from Lockridge. See if we've got it here. Pedroza took it well, I must say, but it was a good shot. There it is. Caught him up on the ear.
Two hands. Let's go now. Come on.
All right, this is round number 10. Tim Ryan, Gil Clancy, and Dick Stockton at Great Gorge, McAfee, New Jersey, and this is the WBA Featherweight Championship. If you've just joined us, the champion Pedroza rallying in the last 2 rounds after Lockridge had dominated through the first 7 as we see it. 21-year-old Rocky Lockridge. A good combination from Lockridge land. The champion responded with punches but did no damage.
All right, but did you notice that Pedroza pushed him back? That's the first time in the fight that he backed Lockridge up.
Pedroza landed a left hook. And a right uppercut. The champion has just received his wake-up call.
His wake-up call. He's still throwing arm punches, though, Tim.
But he's landing them. And he's moving the challenger back more, even if it's with shoulder muscle.
Well, that's what we mentioned. If he could back Lockridge up, that's when Lockridge is in trouble. Rocky's fighting. He's got plenty of heart. He's still got plenty of snap in those punches.
Crowd responding to this 10th round action. The pace of this fight heating up. It has been a one-way fight.
He pushed Lockridge back again. Never happened earlier in the fight.
Landed a good left hook.
Pedroza warned again. There's those arm punches. They look showy and they're scoring points. but they're not doing that much physical damage.
Lockridge with a left hook, snapped Pedroza back. Champion looks fresh and he looks interested now. First time there's a little fire in his eyes.
That's right.
Under a minute to go, round number 10. Domination from the challenger. Short right from Lockridge. Slugfest now.
Yes, it is. Pedroza has to be a converted southpaw, Tim. Inside, he takes that right foot and puts it up where he's facing the guy. There goes that right foot up again.
I've been looking for the kung fu to box. Haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. He better, like I say, stick to boxing.
Right hand from Lockridge. Pedroza slipped the worst of it. Final seconds. Rocky the champ. Check. That's good. We don't want to talk about. Okay. Looking back into the action in the 10th round, the best round for the champion.
No, he's throwing those short, punishing punches inside, Tim. The experience is starting to show a little bit. Rocky still has plenty of snap in his punches, though, and he's got a great heart. I think right at this particular moment, I like Rocky's chances.
Well, the crowd at ringside gave that round to Pedroza as well. That's how they see it. Don't forget the heavyweight championship. They'll be there at ringside. Mike Weaver and Harry Kutsia, October 25th on the Sports Spec.
Tim, we mentioned a couple of rounds earlier that Rocky was starting to get tired. He started to show signs of weariness. That's when Pedroza came back. But he's a well-conditioned athlete, and I predict that he's going to get his second win and come on real strong.
Oh, he just landed a good right hand, Gil.
Well, there you go. That's conditioning.
Rocky Lockridge in blue, the champion Pedroza in red.
He hit Rocky Lockridge on the knee that time. That's really low. He's still fighting, and not an emotional fight, Pedroza. No expression. Turned it on last round, but now he's back. Oh, good combination.
Good combination there. Right hand lead from Lockridge.
Good,
sneaky.
solid, right on the chin.
Those were blocked. Right hand lead from Pedroza. Got a piece of it.
That's a trick move, and you ought to save it because the punch, even if it lands, isn't effective.
Pedroza using more footwork, getting up on his toes, is always trying to will himself back into this thing. We've given him the last 3 rounds, but we still have Lockridge well in front, having scored him the winner of the first 7. One judge from Panama, one from New Jersey, referee from South Africa. Left hook landed from Lockridge.
Lockridge still has more snap in his punches than Pedroza. When he punches, he gets his weight behind the punch. But again, with Pedroza, they're mostly arm punches.
Kim Ryan with Gil Clancy, Dick Stockton. We're live on the Sports Spectacular with featherweight title action.
I don't know what Pedroza's waiting for. Both his hands are free, but he's not punching with them. Rocky's stealing this round. He's out hustling him.
This looks like a round in his sparring sessions I watched earlier in the week.
Can't figure him out, Tim.
Final seconds of the 11th round. Left hook landed from Lockridge. 2 body shots from the champion and a left uppercut. Okay. Mort, will you be sure and get us the cards? Try.
All right. Sucker, you keep going at the guy's head. What is wrong with you? All right. You keep telling me you're going to do it, you don't. That's which way is it? Punch around here, right. Get him anywhere, Rocky. You ain't got to throw the punches out.
All right, well, remember, we've got the Jockey Club Gold Cup coming up next year on CBS. Big horse race from Belmont Park. Spectacular bid. Going for Horse of the Year honors. Stay with us. All right, this is round number 12. The spectators and the announcers have the challenger ahead. The champion has got to make something happen. However, again, we always offer that disclaimer. Judges can see things differently.
Rocky seems to have gotten a second win. Tim, I think he's going to come on again now.
He's got to smell this title opportunity in his 17th professional fight. I would think that he'll be throwing leather all the way through this, the remainder of this fight. The 27-year-old champion from Panama City, Eusebio Pedroza. His 10th title defense. That's quite a career. It could end here today unless he can make something happen in these final rounds.
Banging pretty good to the body, Tim. It's a little late for that. He's going to have to land the big one on the chin, Pedroza is. There he goes, turning to southpaw inside. He's definitely a converted southpaw.
Left hook from Lockridge.
Pedroza shows signs of tiredness there, Tim. His legs didn't hold him. He missed the punch. Weight went right off his legs. These are the things we look for when we work in a corner.
His mother and father, his wife, and his 3-year-old daughter are here to watch him. And they must be concerned now.
And you notice Pedroza was trying to push him back. He couldn't push him back now. Earlier, two, 3 rounds ago, when Rocky was tired, he fell back when he got pushed. He's got his strength back.
Good left to the body by the champion. Under 30 seconds to go as he continues to use that Kit Gavilan style bolo punch, but not to much effect. That right hand is much better, a straight one.
Flashy show by Pedroza, but he didn't hurt Lockridge.
Final seconds, round 12. You're looking at the champion, Eusebio Pedroza, looks very calm. The crowd gave him that round, so did we. Knowledgeable fight fans, obviously, here. And they still have Rocky Lockridge ahead in this fight. This is round 13 of a 15-round title fight.
Tim, the way I have the fight scored, Pedroza can't win anymore unless he scores a knockout.
Pedroza, the champion in red, the challenger Lockridge in blue. It's been a good fight, not electrifying, but the kind of a Rocky Lockridge fight that local fans in the New Jersey area are used to seeing. Just keep throwing punches until the fight's over. And he's had 14 of them in before they went the distance in his 16 victories. The champion Pedroza, 17 knockouts in 28 victories, his 10th title defense. He is up against it as we see it. Clancy and Dick Stockton at ringside, and an excited crowd in anticipation of a New Jersey world champion. If Lockridge doesn't make any mistakes, stays busy, he should win it, but one never knows till the votes are in. Panamanian judge, one from New Jersey and a referee from South Africa. Up jab, backed up the champion.
That's the champion's problem now. Tim, if I was in his corner, I'd say, look, you have to go out and back this kid up and punish him and hurt him. He's not going out. He's looking to still outpoint him.
At this point, he could use Bruce Lee in there if he's going to go the Kung Fu route.
Well, big right hand by Pedroza.
Under a minute to go. Round 13. He needs a couple of those to hurt Lockridge. He hasn't hurt him at any point in this fight.
Well, as we pointed out, Tim, because most of his punches are thrown. They're flashy-looking punches, but they're just arm punches. There's really no weight behind them. You see now they've been boxing for 13 rounds. There's not a mark on Lockridge. And if the punches did have sting and steam in them, you know, you'd see some marks. So he's not that effective a puncher.
Under 30 seconds to go on the round. Pedroza won this title in April of 1978 from Cecilio Lastra. He was defended against Ernesto Herrera, Enrico Solis, Royal Kobayashi. Good right hand from Lockridge.
And a good left hook. Told you, this kid's not going to blow this title now, Tim. Lockridge. How'd you score? Yeah.
Okay. Yes, gotcha.
That's right. Right. Everything is with the arm. Yeah, okay.
Gotcha. We're looking into the crowd here at Great Gorge, New Jersey, in this tennis pavilion. Round number 14 coming up, and they gave that round to Pedroza. That's the only one we've differed on. Gil and I gave that one to Lockridge. And this is round number 14, the champion in red, Lockridge in blue. And don't forget the heavyweight championship, October 25th, WBA version, champion Mike Weaver from Marina Del Rey, California, challenger Harry Kutsia from South Africa. We'll have it here on October 25th, Saturday afternoon on the Sports Spec. Muhammad Ali actually talking about wanting to fight Mike Weaver if Weaver wins his crown, or defends his crown.
Tim, our good buddy Angelo Dundee used good judgment in stopping that fight in the 10th round, despite he had some opposition in the corner. I'm sure he'll counsel him not to fight again, too. Angelo's a good old pro, and he knows what what he's doing with fighters.
Well, we were among those, you and I, who felt that Ali shouldn't have taken the Holmes fight. It's really a shame that he did. This is round number 14 here as Rocky Lockridge will try to lift the crown from the champion. Pedroza is rallying somewhat here again in this second last round.
Those body punches are bothering Lockridge now, Tim. When he gets hit, he winces a little bit.
Little blood in the mouth of Lockridge. He just winked at his corner, said, I'm all right.
Confident kid. Good left hook to the body by Pedroza. Now he's manhandling Lockridge again, backing him up. Another low blow by Pedroza.
Dug a good left hook to the body. Good right hand landed to Lockridge's cheek.
That's the third low blow in the round. How many have to land before they take a round away from him? He's got Rocky in a little trouble now.
Lockridge a little more off balance, and he's tired. Looks a little bit dazed here in the 14th. The champion senses it.
He's not exactly fresh as a daisy himself, though, Tim.
No, he's not, but Lockridge is very wobbly.
Yes, he is.
He's in trouble. He's got to move or hold on.
He'll be all right,
Not doing either.
Another low blow. That's the fourth low blow in the round.
The champion with a tremendous rally in the 14th. Lockridge getting closer to him now. 30 seconds to go in the round.
He still knows what he's doing, Rocky. A little wobbly, but he knows what he's doing.
There's some fire in the eyes of the champion again. The crowd supporting Lockridge. Been a big round for the champion, no matter whether he gets him to the floor or not. But that won't be enough the way we see it. Final seconds of round 14. We're in the Lockridge corner here. Gil, what do you think?
Well, Tim, we felt that he had the championship wrapped up, and I still think, you have to put those points down early. They were points he had in the bank. Pedroza's finishing strong, Tim, but I just don't think it's enough. He's going to have to stop Lockridge, in my opinion, to get this fight on the books.
Let's go back into that 14th round. A big one for the champion.
See, Tim, he's flailing away, but again, they're arm punches, and he's landing a lot of them. And Rocky's a little weary, but his eyes were clear.
We're looking at him right above us at our broadcast position. He does look tired, but he looks alert. Lockridge, 9-5 in the eyes of the fans right now, and that's exactly the way we have it.
Well, here we go. Championship is on the line.
Off the stool first for this final round. Most of this audience on their feet in the back rows as they sense a world championship for Lockridge, but Pedroza has rallied well in the late rounds. Lockridge a little less busy here than he has been. Must be tired. He set a furious pace for the first half of the fight.
Yes, he did. Pedroza's not exactly fresh as a daisy, Tim. He's been in there for 14 rounds, too.
Somewhat tentative round here for one that is so critical.
That's right. I don't know, as I say, in Pedroza's corner, maybe they know something we don't know. I'd be telling him again, you'd have to back this kid up, you gotta have to get him out of there. He's fighting now a technical round.
Lockridge wants to go forward, but he just has lost his zip.
Well, he may have lost it, but he's staying inside there, Tim. That's where he's safe. Lockridge's corner is telling him, punch, punch. There's a big right hand. Tim, I think it looks like Pedroza let it all hang out in the 14th round. He doesn't have too much now.
That's a good point. That may indeed be the case, Gil, because he had a big round in 14 and wobbled Lockridge but couldn't knock him down. He may have used it up. And a strange performance by Pedroza no matter what the outcome is. Rocky Lockridge looking to join the ranks of recent Americans who became world champions. Kilmer Kenny,
Tim,
Aaron Pryor.
can you believe that Pedroza is fighting this kind of a
No,
round?
I can't. The only answer can be what we said earlier, moments ago, that he used it up in the 14th and just can't do it now. Thomas Hearns on that list of recent American world champs.
Here comes Rocky. I told you that kid, he's not going to let this championship slip out of his grasp now. No way.
I don't think the champion can hurt him now. 30 seconds to go. His corner screaming at Lockridge, there's only 30 seconds.
He's okay. He's fine right now,
He sure
Tim.
is.
Looks like you were right and I was wrong, Tim.
Well, that's a rare occurrence, Gil, I realize, but we haven't got the decision yet.
Well, I don't care. Lockridge won the fight.
Now Lockridge finishing with a flurry. And there's the bell. It's all over. And the crowd in anticipation comes to their feet here. It was a good fight, not electrifying. It had its dramatic moments, and it was strange in many ways, but it was one thing for sure. A very diligent exercise by Rocky Lockridge from the opening bell. He threw punches and bunches as he always does, and he kept fighting right to the end. And even when he sagged a little bit in the later rounds, he never let it get away from him. We'll be back with the decision here in Great Gorge in just a moment. This is the WBA Featherweight Championship. I can, and are you plugged in, Dick?
My mic on? Yeah,
there
I
he
hear you
is.
fine.
He heard you. He heard you.
What? I'm going to do one. Hello. I'm going to do one commercial, then the other. And the winner will be first.
I should be betting these.
Yes? Out of the second interview.
Let's wait for the decision. You know, a lot of times,
I know.
I'll throw it to Tim and Gil after the second interview.
You know what I mean?
I'm going to do.
Tim, they call these rounds even.
I know.
You're going to bring the winner over.
Well, we said that several
decision.
times. Hey, let's wait for the, you know.
Yeah, but I didn't say it today. I said,
You're my man. I'm going to do it off the mini, the interview, correct? Right.
You're supposed to be bold.
I am.
Are you going right to Dick, or do you want me to throw it to him? Truck. So I'll throw it to Dick, right? Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Right.
There is Rocky Lockridge from Patterson, New Jersey, awaiting the decision. And there is the champion, Eusebio Pedroza, who defended for the 10th time. Will it be the last? We'll know momentarily. We're just awaiting the results. The voting judges are the referee Stanley Christodoulou, Rodolfo Hill from Panama, Harold Letterman from Orangeburg, New Jersey. Here's the announcement. Here is the announcement coming up for this decision. And I don't know what they're doing. Maybe their calculators broke down. Gil, we should have had it by now.
I always get nervous when they have a delay on decisions, Tim. Something always goes wrong.
Well, we're not sure what it is, but Bob Lee from the Jersey Commission is working here with Rodrigo Sanchez, the chairman of the WBA. And there's how the fans saw it, 10-5 Lockridge. And the WBA representative here today, Ramon Ramos Jordan from Puerto Rico. So there's a confab going on involving the officials, totaling things up. but I guess it's better to take a little longer and make sure you added them up right.
As long as you're not subtracting them.
We had one, Leonard Duran in Montreal, where a judge had added up the scorecard incorrectly. So the champion has still looked pretty relaxed and unconcerned about things.
Very, very strange. You know, we had this in Monte Carlo when Griffith fought Monzon. It took him 10 minutes to come up with this.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a split decision.
A split decision.
Judge Rodolfo Hill scores the fight. 149 Pedroza, 139 Lockridge. Judge Harold Letterman scores the fight. 144 Lockridge, 142 Pedroza. Referee Stanley Pistadula scores the fight. 147 Pedroza, 141 Lockridge. Winner and still WBA featherweight champion Eusebio Pedroza.
I'm wrong again, Tim. I'm wrong again.
And well, you said the champion would win the fight, but you didn't think he won it in the ring here.
That's exactly right.
A split decision. The Panamanian judge, the South African referee voted for the champion, and the judge from New Jersey voted for Lockridge. We voted for Lockridge. The fans voted for Lockridge here at ringside, but the champion remains Pedroza. And let's go to the ring in Dick Stockton.
All right, Tim Ryan, as you said, and we pointed out earlier with the fans voting, it was a pro-Lockridge crowd, and they gave him all the early rounds, and perhaps Pedroza might have won a few. I've got to say, a tremendous victory, for only that you were behind early. Tell me, why did he fall behind early? It looked like he had no snap in his punches, and he came on. What were the thoughts?
Dice que al principio vos estabas debajo en los puntos, pero que viniste de atrás hacia adelante.
He gave Lockridge one round.
¿Qué pensás de eso? ¿Por qué hiciste eso?
Dígale cómo es que hice la pelea así, por la razón de que el contrario, primera vez que yo lo había conocido, yo nunca había sabido nada de Rocky Lockridge. Y estaba muy fuerte el muchacho y era un buen prospecto. Y tenía por esa sencilla razón comenzar acá a los finales, porque tenía más aire que él y más fuerte que él.
He think he never saw before Lockridge to fight. He said that Lockridge was a very good challenger, very strong, but at the end of the fight he was stronger than Lockridge. He had a better condition, and that's because the reason
was Eusebio concerned losing those early rounds, which apparently he did.
¿Vos estabas preocupado de que estabas perdiendo los primeros asaltos?
No, yo no me preocupé en ningún momento, porque sé que Pavard lo iba a dominar, por la sencilla razón de que Rocky Lockridge es un muchacho que siempre viene hacia adelante, y por esa sencilla razón tenía que aguantarme.
He said that he never was concerned about to lose the first round because he knows that Lockridge was coming all the time. And at the end of the fight, in the last round, he can beat Lockridge in the way that he did.
All right, congratulations, champion. You've maintained it for Panama City. You're a big hero there. And so we're going to be talking with Rocky Lockridge when we come back. And we're going to be talking about the big championship fight today, won by this man, Eusebio Pedroza. All right. Where is Rocky? No, he wasn't. Yes, now. No, he wasn't. It's all subjective. The people to my right on the ringside, the judges, all felt, right here, all felt Pedroza won.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Yeah, we certainly want to comment.
What? You speaking to me? I don't know if you're talking to me or not. Rock, why don't you get in the middle, Lou, and I'm going to talk to you too. Yeah. I can't hear you. They're all talking. Give me a couple of minutes with it, though. All right, couple is all I got. All right. I'm going to throw it to Gil and Tim. Here's Rocky Lockridge, who lost in his bid to become the WBA featherweight champion. You're showing the same poise. after this fight that you showed in the ring? Were you shocked at the decision, and why?
Well, not really. I thought it was a lot closer than they scored it. Then again, he was much more of a skillful veteran technician than I anticipated.
Did you feel as the fight wore on, as Gil Clancy and Tim Ryan did at ringside, and many people as well in this arena, that he had to stop you in order to win the fight, that you had won all those rounds early?
Well, like I said earlier, I felt like, I was ahead. The only way that he could win the fight, I felt, was to take me out. So it was a hell of a struggle for me. I pushed myself all the way throughout the 15 rounds, and I felt that the fight should have been my way.
All right, the question I have to ask you, you were fighting almost a perfect fight. You were cutting off the ring, you were aggressive, you showed good defense, as Gil pointed out. You know, you're not hit so easy anymore, and then things changed. Why, did you get tired?
Well, it was more of a thing where in the corner I was told to stay close, and then again I was getting caught with a shot every now and then, and I was a little off balance. My arms were a little weary, but all in all, I felt like I could do it.
You'll be back, Rock. Good to see
Definitely.
you. All right, Lou Duva, your fighter will be back. Okay. All right, Rocky Lockridge. And right now, let's go to Tim and Gil.
All right, Dick. Well, Gil, obviously, as we commented through the fight, and at the end of it, we thought Lockridge won it rather handily. But as usual, we offer up that disclaimer. You never know what's in the minds of the judges. They're the ones who determine these things. I still think it was a bad decision. There's no doubt in my mind that Lockridge won the fight. How about you?
Well, the thing that bothers me, Tim, they brought in a judge from Panama. He gave Lockridge 1 round in a 15-round fight. I mean, this is not good for boxing. We shouldn't have nationalism. Maybe we shouldn't have any judges from the country of in a world championship fight of where the participants come from. I don't know what the reason, but he could turn in his scorecard before the fight. No matter what Lockridge did, he was going to vote.
Well, like Dick said, Rocky Lockridge will be back for sure. He's still a youngster. Now let's go back up to Dick.
The Acapulco Cliff Diver schedule for this program was not seen. It will be rescheduled on our future show. Don't forget the Jockey Club Gold Cup is coming up on the CB.